Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of you from all of us here at Julian Campbell Foundation. And here we are in our October challenge. This is day 17 of a 30-day October challenge where we're showcasing what it is that we do behind the scenes of the charity and how we make a difference with young people. And today we're going to talk about a tool that we use quite often. We do it in our drama workshops, we do it in our one-to-one mentoring sessions, and it's called a mood map. So a mood is a mixture of two things, like how much or how little energy you've got, and also how is it that you're feeling? You're feeling really positive or really good. Oh, it's the other way around, isn't it? So you're feeling really positive or really good, or you're feeling really negative and low mood. And it's the two of these things together, that is how much or how little energy you've got and how you're feeling, that gives you your mood in that moment. So a lot of young children or young people, they speak with me and they say, oh, well, my doctor's diagnosed me with depression, or my doctor's diagnosed me with generalized anxiety, like it's a fixed thing and there's nothing that they can do to change or move it. And we show them that indeed they can do that. There's a lot that they can do to change their mood in that moment, depending on if they want to change their mood. There's things that they can do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you our mood map, and just bear with me a second. And once I share the mood map, then I will explain to you how we use it with the young people. So you should be seeing, let's see if we can make that a bit bigger. Let's see about that. Doesn't really look that much bigger. But yeah, so this is a mood map that we use with our young people. And as you can see, it has, the energy, the amount of energy, so high energy and low energy. And then we have that's on the y-axis. And then going across, we've got how they're feeling. So are they feeling really positive? If they're feeling really positive, then they'll be yellow or green. If they're feeling negative, then they'll be more on the yellow side or the blue side. So let's have a look at the high energy states first of all. So if you have a look at the mood map, and you can see that on the top left-hand side was high energy, low mood. So for example, a young person, or anybody actually, any one of us that are anxious or nervous or stressed, these moods are high energy and low mood, or like you're feeling rubbish. And this is what would happen here. This is how you'd be feeling. And like back in the days, like, when we were chased by, animals, and we were, we had to run to save our lives. It was that hormone adrenaline, that boost, that gave us that flight or fright hormone, that gave us that energy, that unknown strength to be able to get out of the situation. And in today's, and what does that look like today? Because we don't see bears like running up all over the place. But what we do see, we see that we might be in a work situation that's untenable, or in a young person will be in a class or in a situation, a relationship that's untenable, unviable, it's difficult. And what they're not doing, they're not managing that and trying to bring down those levels of adrenaline. So therefore they're going up and up and up and up. And adrenaline is not a hormone that makes you think. It's not a deep thinker. It's just purely designed in the short term for you to escape the threat that you're in. So when we're in this threat, and it might be the pandemic, for example, we're sitting in there in the pandemic and we weren't doing any exercise to escape the threat. Because what happens is when we do the exercise, or we run, or whatever it is that we're doing, or we walk, the body thinks it's escaping the threat, and then the levels of adrenaline come down as they then realize that they're safe. And then we start going down into the green section, for example, and you'll notice that the green section, and you can see some of the emotions there, just being kind, calm, loving, and sweet and chilled. Then these, quite often when I do exercise, I will come out and I will be feeling low energy, and I'll be feeling really positive and pleased with myself that I've done the exercise. And that's what happens when you run off the adrenaline. And in a similar way, when you look at the left-hand side of the mood map, low energy, low mood would put us here. So we're feeling sad and bored and exhausted. And you see depressed right down here. It's the lowest energy and most unpleasant because it's more extreme, because you don't feel like you've got much energy or any energy at that point. And and this would be more the chemical cortisol. Um, Cortisol and adrenaline are good in the short term, because they're designed to get us out of stressful situations, and they get released for a matter of hours. If it's hours or maybe a couple of days, if we've got a deadline we need to achieve, then it's really great. But what's going on is that we're seeing people with high levels, or in high stressful situations, for weeks and months or years, and this is when it starts impacting the body, it starts impacting physical health. And this is the problem, because there's nothing bad, because it can be good if it's just in there for the short term. When it stops working is when it's there for the long term. So what can we do? So we sit down with young people and our mood mentors, who are trained to help them use this mood map to manage their mental health and well-being. So, for example, a young person is anxious or nervous, that for them to identify that they're high mood and that high energy and low mood, and start looking at things that they can be doing that probably the young person is already doing and already putting things in place. What can they be doing to bring themselves onto the bright side or the right side of the map? This is it, because of course, like a young person, once they can manage their mental health and they can change their mood state, this is the start of emotional intelligence. And this is where it's beneficial, because a lot of research shows that young people with higher displaying higher amounts of emotional intelligence are more successful in their exams, happier in their relationships, they get on with more people, they like more people, and they get promotions more often as well. So who wouldn't want a healthy dose of emotional intelligence? So looking at this map, if you look on the other side, like the yellow side, this is where you've got high energy and a good mood. This is where we'd be in action. This is where we'd be, really sociable with people. And so we want to be here, most of the time, but not all of the time, because, it probably doesn't work. And I'm not saying that it's good to be on this side and bad to be on that side, not at all, because when you're on this side, the yellow side, you're high energy, good mood, or you've got high energy or low energy, good mood, then this is because of other hormones, serotonins, endorphins, and dopamine being released. So let's say, for example, a young person is anxious or nervous or even sad. They might find, actually, when they're sad, when they're low mood, it might benefit them to speak with somebody, really good friend, or a family member, because in speaking with a friend, they're bonding, and then that's that bonding hormone, oxytocin, being released, and then it moves them over onto the bright side of the map, and then it helps them manage their mood. Young people that might be nervous or anxious, then our mood mentors show them activities probably that they're already doing, even, walking or playing any games or sports that will burn out, or the adrenaline in there will lower and lower and lower. And as it lowers, then the young person will move into a different mood state here on the bright side or the right side of the map. So also as well, being in the blue side, there's nothing sad about being in there, because actually having a low mood, low energy, this is where we can start evaluating things. So quite often, for example, it might be a relationship that's gone wrong, or something that's gone wrong, a job that's been lost, or a contract, or an exam that's been failed. And that young person or that person can start evaluating and taking responsibility for the role they played in achieving what it is that they achieved. And it's cortisol that actually kind of like really fosters that kind of like feeling, that kind of evaluation. So, some really great books get written and projects coordinated when they're in the blue zone. So today we're looking at an instrument or tool that we use with our mood mentors, with our young people in schools in the community, a mood map to help them manage their mental health and well-being, for them to identify first of all that they're feeling stressed and anxious or sad, and for them to make that choice to be able to change to a different mood state and really do something and about it and take themselves on. So thank you for watching this video. Please do continue to ask any questions of any things you might want to see. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about another aspect of the charity, and then we're going to have some people coming in next week, mood mentors and other supporters of the charity, to speak about the important, essential work they do in saving lives. So thank you for watching this video, and a good evening, good morning, good day from all of us at Julian Campbell Foundation. Let me just take that off. So thank you very much. Until tomorrow. Bye.